I attended church all my life and I believed in Jesus. But God was somebody whom I just believed and nothing ever happened. So I didn't experience anything from God. But when I decided to live for Jesus, I began to experience God interfering in my life, training me and nurturing and trying to make me grow. And one of the areas He was training me a lot is about waking up early in the morning. So I used to be a night person. So that's one of the areas that God tried to train me a lot. And sometimes He pushes me hard. And sometimes He wants me to wake up after only a 4-hour sleep. Maybe He wants to try my obedience. And one day I was sleeping and I had a dream, and I knew that He wanted me to wake up after 4 hours sleep. But I got weak and I fell asleep again. And then I had another dream, and I was holding an object, and it was like a figure of a face of a man, and it was spewing out flames. And I was telling my family, let's go worship God. And usually when I have a dream from God, He explains about the dream right away in my heart. And after that dream, He was rebuking me, and He was saying, do you want to just believe me like an idol, like man-made objects like wood and stones who can do nothing? So it was a warning from God telling me that you don't want me to interfere in your life anymore and go back to the way it was before. God didn't do anything in my life, and I was just an orphan Christian, just living my life apart from God. So that's something, when I think about it, I really don't want to go back. And I want to keep this relationship with God. So what I like to tell you is that many Christians, they just believe God like idols. So God is just somebody who they believe, and they don't experience God in their lives because they just believe Jesus and they don't follow Jesus and they don't live for Jesus and they just live their own life. So in a sense, they are just believing God like an idol. So I really want to tell you that if you decide to live for Jesus, then you will start experiencing God in your life. Because you will be born again as a child of God. So He will try to train you, and He will interfere in your life, and He will nurture you, and sometimes if you make a mistake, He will rebuke you, and He will try to correct your ways. So He will be like a real companion walking with you, and you will get to experience all that. So God will no longer be like an idol. And I think that's very important, because it says here, this is Matthew chapter 7 verse 23. And then I will declare to them, I never knew you, depart from me. So in the end, Jesus will tell some people to depart from Jesus because He never knew them. So knowing somebody means you interact with him and you talk with him. So if you come across somebody on the street and you don't say anything to him and just pass by, then he's a stranger to you. So if you're not experiencing God in your life and interact with Him and talk with Him and experience His guidance in your life, then He's like a stranger to you. No interactions. But if you decide to follow Jesus and live for Him, then God will come alive in your life. And He will no longer a God far away who doesn't do anything like an idol. And you will know Him personally, training you and guiding you. And you will no longer just believe God like an idol who can't do anything and who doesn't say anything. It's just an object. And God is not like that. So I really wish you blessings so that you will get to experience God in your life. I wish you blessings from the Lord.